Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Before I go into playing the session and recapping what happened last session, we're going to talk about perceived range. What's a perceived range? So I'll give you an example. Blinds are 1, 2, I throw in 6, another person throws in 18, someone like bets $80. So the person with the $80, the perceived range is like a 4-bet range, which could be very tight depending on the person. So let's say this guy's a nit type person, he would be betting with aces and kings. Not much else after that. So tag type player could be ace queen suited, pocket queens, maybe even jacks, and then you've got the fish that could throw in, shove any two after that. So it just gives you an example. Perceived ranges. Perceived ranges can vary, especially depending on the position of the player. So when you're in position, you've got to really pay attention to what card you have, because when you're out of position, you're not going to always get paid. And people, when you try and show strength, by betting the hand, people can just fold. They can fold out the way. You don't get your free cards out of position. So playing recklessly any two cards is quite bad. So then you can start putting people on a perceived range a bit tighter. And small blinds is another thing too, where small blinds is one of the worst positions as well. Especially like pre-flop, small blinds, big blind, you get all the evidence. You see all the information in front of you, how everyone's played their hand. But post flop, you got to remember it turns around, and small blind, big blind is the worst position on the table. Then you got under the gun, which is they usually say under the gun's the worst position. But anyway, so yeah, they just tied up the ranges just due for their position. As the position moves across closer to the dealer button, their ranges can widen up, and you can start learning how to typically put people on different hands. If you're good enough, sometimes you can specifically put people on it, on an individual hand, but it's a lot easier to actually go on ranges, and that's the way you do it. So consider just pointing out ranges rather than just guessing people's ace 10, pocket twos, pocket aces type hands. Put them on a range instead, it'll be much easier. But anyway guys, we'll talk about recapping this session. We went up about 30,000 last session, but that was good. We started off really strong, and then we sort of stopped winning. We stopped getting our cards in the end. So then we decided to call the session quits, and that's fine as well. We're going to start playing now. Continue playing now. We just had pocket jacks in the big blinds, and we ended up betting, and then we went in the flop. So it was a type of hand where king comes out in the flop, and we're sort of turning our hand in sort of like a bluff. It was like a continuation bet, and the better hands can fold, so that's fine as well. Worse hands do fold as well, but we don't want them to catch up. So we wanted people to chase, not to already be in front. Okay, ace 9 suited, we're betting in position here. Fine, pocket 10s, beautiful. We got position here. We're going to bet up to about 500. We got position. Position is key. Okay, so we can bet this. A lot of people fold, let go. Small pockets, 1200. We do have position here. If we hit the 10, our hand will play itself. If we miss out, we'll just have to go from there. Alright, so we've got a bet here. Try and go over 1000. It's just a psychological factor of hitting over 1000. Pocket 9s on the pair of 9s on the board is actually good for 10s, unless someone's already paired up the board with jacks, queens, kings, and ace queen, like ace king, aces and kings and queens, jacks. So we can check here. We've got barely just an ace to play, but our kicker's no good here. Alright, so we're going to bet quite big here. Everyone's showing a little bit of weakness. They might be just trying to trap. There is a lot of players on here. Everyone's folding. I will definitely take it. Someone might shove here, depending on the range. It's really hard to see what range they're going to do. The pocket 10s holds up, so that's great. Well, we just let go with ace 9 suited. We didn't really, it was really hard. Even if we hit the ace, we had a bad kicker as well. We could have had 0% chance of winning. And you don't want to be in that spot. You just want to avoid it. So pocket 10s was beautiful though. One could argue probably bet a bit smaller. But once the scared cards come up, how do you play against that? King, queen, ace, jack, all comes on the board, and you start getting some terrible questions. Alright, we're going to bet here because the board's paired up. It's a lot harder for opponents to actually hit the board here. So our Threes could hold up if he calls. We still had a chance to hit in the river. Hopefully it's just check and we take it away. So he's hit his queen. Had 2 pair, but the 2 pair was counterfeited. Some players don't realise that their second card will not pay. We're just gonna let go of Queen 10 here. No point being silly there. We're out of position as well. We'll let go 10-8 suited out of position. 6-3 offsuit. Ace-Jack suited is nice. We're in the cutoff. So it goes from dealer, then cutoff, hijack, under the gun, big blind, small blind. Just in case you guys don't know. There's a club on the board, which is nice. There's also an ace. We do have mid. We've got a decent kicker. This is a really good board now. We can just half this. Hopefully get check raised. Bad luck if he's got, you know, a set there, but it's so be it. You got to bet in that situation though. And this could be counterfeited. You know, if someone's got a 6, the 8 plays anyway. The 3 is not in it. That was a nice little hand. It was a bad hand. Bad hand, small win. And bad hand could be big loss as well. So, got to remember the hand strength, your type of hands, what type of pot you want to win with it. So, a bad hand, you want to win small pots. So, if you're chasing after a big pot with a bad hand, just think about it yourself. Like, that's just an alarm. Just to say, maybe you shouldn't be in the hand. Maybe you should get out of the hands. Always question yourself in the hand. Could you make the best hand? Could you make the worst hand? Okay, so an ace is better than us, but they can fold here, thinking that, you know, everyone's got pocket 2 or a 9. So we could have actually fold better hands there. Even pocket pairs will fold there maybe. It gets really difficult, especially if they don't have the initiative. And that's why I like when I play in hands, to have an initiative. I'm the one actually telling players how it's being played. So they're playing in my game. It's my hood. Okay, this is not a great board. It's very dangerous. We've still got a bet here. We don't want to give free cards. Someone could have a king jack. Someone could have 2 hearts. So we're happy to take the win. It's just unfortunate that you've got to sometimes get these small pots. I mean, just because you've got a top kicker doesn't mean, or the top pair doesn't mean it's going to be a great hand. And it can be a dangerous hand too. So they're marginal hands. Marginal hands can take small wins as well. We're more than happy to take big wins, but the chances are it diminishes, especially with a bad hand. Alright, just let go of Queen 6 suited, especially in the blinds. I mean, you can play as reckless as you want, but we got to try and play, you know. I did actually have a look. Some good news though. On Poker Tracker, I had it is actually coming up with the hands that I played. I think it was last session, I played like 1,300 hands, I think it was. Which is not really that much, but it was a great example of just the highs and lows just in one session. That's the reason why you need good bankroll management. It's this time of weather. Actually, yeah, your nose itchy. Pocket 6s, here we go. Hopefully hit a 6. We're in position here. Could get caught in between 2. Actually a good ball for pocket 6s. We're just going to let go of A7 suited here. We can flat call. We do have a diamond. Okay. We've got a call. It's on the river, unfortunately. We were actually in front on the turn. So it wasn't a bad play. He just got extremely lucky. He had an overcard which worked, and plus the diamonds. But, you know, we played the hand really well. Okay, missed everything. I hit the 8. Out of the way of these two. I guess we're checking though. Alright, we're out of position. We're in position here, so we bet. Sometimes steal these spots. Sometimes they raise because small blind's quite sharp. But when they've only got one player to beat, they can open their range up a bit. So perceived range does open up quite substantial. And there you go, see? And that's position playing. We didn't play our cards, we played position. Because his perceived range was a bit wider, especially against one player. A lot of times people will re-raise. You just got to pay attention to what people are trying to tell you, because sometimes they are telling you the truth. Alright, this is beautiful. Hopefully you go for a check. Our opponent does a check raise. If he bets, we're raising. I just hope to get stacks in at this stage. Really love a check raise here. Fortunately, it didn't come through. There's a lot of turns there we're shoving as well, so it's just one of those plays I love doing. And then people don't realize when you've got those type of hands, they think, oh great, you only do that then, but you could have a set. You could have plenty of other cards in your range, and that makes you really hard to play against. Especially when you mix your plays with different cards. Okay, so I'm going to let go of this. I think the 9's good here, but that gets 3 players. I'm going to open up. I got a bet here. You don't want to limp in just the big blind. You actually want to put some money in. Make people charge. And now we can actually represent a king or an ace, so this should work out in our favour. Work to be heads up on the flop. Out of position is a great win there. And if we just limped in, you know, we're representing a weak king at best there. And, you know, people will start calling behind. This is such a scary board. We still got to bet one more. Alright, we're just checking here straight. If he's got no heart, we win. If he's got a heart, we lose. Alright, nice. Okay, he had a weak. So he had a straight. Good example of a scary board, but sometimes you just got to really hold strong. It's so easy to say, you know, to say it's a scary board, but to throw in a bet there, quite scary. So we're going to raise here in position with ace-3 suited. We've been getting a little bit fancier with our plays as we have been a bit more confident with our hands. Both ace suited. I'd rather ace-10 suited than ace-3 suited. I'm going to raise here, got position. Hit the 3, which is not a bad card to have. I'm not going to pay it just 100. I'm always going to go above 1,000 here. We're not going to go in cheap. We're going to make these people pay to play against us. If he doesn't have a jack, it's going to be quite hard. And then, yeah, the 3 could be a better card there. Worst cards could be, you know, 7s. No, better cards, a better hand against us would have been, you know, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s. It's really hard for them to call if they've missed. I can flat call this. I do have position, so we don't need to do anything crazy. So it's actually a big difference being in position than out of position. So out of position there, I probably would have folded. If not, depending on the play, you do a raise or a shove. And it just makes the play a bit more easier. Okay, unfortunately, we've missed everything here. If another club come out the board, we could have actually folded there as well. Yeah, so ace king, fine. We were still playing quite well in there. So we still had a chance for a draw. Board paired up. We have a spade. We're just going to shove here. If he's got spades, he might actually fold. Got the ace of spades, we'll be purely bluffing here. Okay, unfortunate. But sometimes what happens is they will fold there because they've got a weaker set of spades. So it's not actually a bad spot to bluff. Because often there we'll have the best hand. Okay, there's a nice steal out of position. We're going to open up with Jack 3 suited. And the hijack. I'm gonna let go King Jack offsuit against the under the gun. Under the gun range could be quite a lot. It could be stronger than us. Open up with Ace 5 offsuit. Getting 3-betted here. What are we gonna do here? Probably just let it go. Leave your egos at the table. Oh, at the door, not the table. You'll end up exploding. Okay, got top pair. Hoping a jack would come out. Alright, we'll check call. If he's got an ace, he's got it. Alright, we're losing a bit here. Alright, so be it. Let's let go of this hand. 3-2 suited. Probably shouldn't have called that one originally. Alright, so we need to reset a little bit here. Alright, we need to reset our mentality here. Alright, so this is how I try to combat going through tilt. So we could easily hit tilt right now. I'm just gonna remember, you know, some of the plays that we have a bit questionable, but at the same time, we did make some good plays. It just didn't work out in our favor. Chasing a straight here, but there is a flush on the board, so hit the 2, which is nice. Let go Ace 3. Alright, so we're going to try and just make sure we tighten up just a little bit and just be aware that our plays can actually be, you know, actually think to yourself, what are you prone to? What are your weaknesses at the poker table? So if you can actually go, oh, I know, I called too much. I called too much out of position, or, you know, I start opening up way too much. Then you can start controlling yourself a bit more at the table and just think, okay, this is starting to happen. What do I need to look out for? Okay, I start calling too much out of position. I start doing other stuff. So as long as you can label the things that you do in error, then you can actually start adapting your play. Okay, we got position here. This is fine. A bad hand. We got a spade there as well. I think we're just shoving all in regardless. I think this guy's just doing it in a wide range. Yeah, see? Just a wide range, just looking at his stack, hoping we get scared. Our king was a blocker as well, and he's just shoving non-stop. We're just going to shovel in here. We've got hearts. Not the greatest of plays, but we had 3 players there. Unfortunately missed as well. We did have his blocker with the 6. So we had any queen and hearts to play to win that hand. So that was a shame. Still like that play though. Would have liked it better if the other guy called though. Okay, we're going to go and bet this one. We've got top pair. Scary board. It did pair up. So the kicker is our king. So we can half bet this. Hopefully he calls with like an ace queen. Actually doesn't call at all. Okay. Because the king is a kicker anyway, so a lot of hands that had us beat were counterfeited. So we're happy with that. Let's add those chips back in. Don't want your chip stacks to be dwindling too low, because when you do have a good hand, you're not going to get paid as much. So you want to do yourself justice. Sorry guys, my nose is absolutely itchy today. I don't mean to be rude. Alright, let's go. Summertime in Melbourne, but you think at the moment it's winter time. The amount of rain we've been getting. Alright, pocket kings. Alright, I'm gonna bet this one. Right, check behind. He throws the bet in and we call. Alright, I think we're just gonna call behind. Oh, we do lose value. He might have king, he might have tens. So it's a thin value bet. He had a 6. He had an ace. Damn it. I went for thin value there. I thought maybe a 10 will find a call. But that's fine. So typically, you know, a lot of queens, jacks, a lot of weaker paired hands would have called there. Because just the way you play the hand, don't go for all streets of value. Overall, it wasn't a bad play. A lot of people will check that flop and then sort of get that last value on the river call with queens and, you know, kings. Got a pair of 2s. Definitely able to win the hand there. 10-2 offsuit. Definitely not a profitable hand overall. We'll raise. Ace-10 offsuit out of position. Trying to beat one player. We got. I really wanted the diamond. Nice little steal there. Those little steals really count for something, especially when you're playing tournaments. Because they can keep you alive, these steals. Because you should know, if you played enough, you should know that you'll never get, you will be card dead for a lot of the times you're at the table. So what do you do during those times? You've got to learn to adapt. That's one way to keep yourself afloat, rather than just losing to the blinds. Got a bet there. We're not going to be bullied by this guy. 300. Yeah, we just continue to bet strong. Hit the king. Alright, we're just going to call behind because the diamonds come out. There we go. See, he was never going to call unless beat. But we got him on the river. Okay, got a bet pocket 4s here. We're out of position. Okay, now we've got position, this is fine. Scare card on the turn. Just those little pockets, and they accumulate. Probably the best thing we do. 4 people in the pot here. We didn't play it big, so we can't really go for those plays. It doesn't make it... The likelihood of a fold is a lot less now that we didn't bet pre-flop. Ace king. Let's raise here. Jack 6 suited. What you doing? Sort of like a min bet we did. Okay, bet here should be a steal. He's got a flat call here. Still got 2 overcards. Alright, maybe he's got something going on here. I'm just gonna let it go. Let it go of ace king's offsuit. We didn't have the suits that were coming out. And Jack 6 definitely with the, the Jack. There could have been other cards that he had. Just had us beat. We weren't running into a good hand. We didn't have the chance to make the nuts. Just get out of the way. Our play didn't work. You don't want to get stuck. Okay, he showed that he was weak on the flop. Didn't bet the king. Paid attention to that one. Scare card on the turn. Who could still hold up here? But there is up on the table pretty much. the less likelihood of people actually calling. But there's 3 clubs on the board. If they don't have a club, they could fold. This is the only chance we have to win the hand. If this doesn't work, we just let go. Now another club comes out, we'll bet 1 more. If they don't have a club, they will fold. Okay, we've lost. He's probably got an ace of clubs. Okay, we've got to bet this with pocket 8s. This is ace 10 offsuit. Alright, so we've got a gut shot here, but it's not great because with the 9 comes out, King Queen does have the nuts. I'm letting go of this hand. It's a poison hand. Ace of Spades is huge. Especially with the dull board as well. Finding every excuse to bet here, which is not great. Yeah, we're calling. He's got a 5. Wow. Okay. We're not crying. It is what it is. Maybe I should have found the fold button. Yeah, definitely should have found the fold button. I'm gonna bet the 900. 9-8 suited with tilting here. Okay, we're just gonna check this one. Check shove. So be it if we're lost. Alright, there we go. Fight fire with fire sometimes. So we did a trap there, so that was nice. Doesn't happen all the time, and I do find when you're playing against a lot of weaker players as well. So there's a lot more players in the field today than usual. That you will have a lot more variance. So not always good variance. You'll have people that won't fold as much, obviously. Continue 1 more. Yeah, so this king's actually a good hand. Still found some value in that last turn bet as well. Yeah, king 5, so we had him beat. So you got to remember, even hands like ace king that have missed the board, you know, hands like ace queen are beat, ace jack, king queen, king jack, all on low boards. You actually beat them, and sometimes it's good to value bet there, especially on the turn. It's hard to call them though. Let go of 7-8 suited. Okay, ace 10 suited. I don't mind that hand. We are in the big blind. But everyone's just... Okay, here we go. I'm going to flat call. Just because we get nuttish type hands if the hearts comes out. Hit the king. We'll get straight. So we're not scared of this hand because we can actually get the best of hands. Not now though. It's changed because the full house is the best hand. So you got to pay attention to that. Alright, so our ace does play if no one's paired the board. I'm just going to let go. I think the ace is not good there. Alright, it's going to let go of the 9. We'll bet here. Ace-5 offsuit. Okay, so we've got a gut shot. We can continue to bet this. Just build the pot up. If we do happen to hit on the turn, we can definitely go big. But if also if we don't make the best hand, we get folds as well. That's fine. That was Balrog, that icon. Street Fighter, I think. Not the best flop for us. We'll let go of that one. Not much fold equity there. Let's go check behind. We're not going to get trapped in this hand. And clubs are on the board though. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna let go. King 6 suited. Wanted to almost was playing it under the gun. That would have been just a little bit silly. Alright, King 7 suited. Alright, we're in position. Let's raise it. Let's fold King 8. Alright, so we've got a lot of hands here that could play. I'm going to call behind actually. Unfortunately, we missed. Yeah, we had a lot of cards there. Maybe we should have bet the turn. Had a huge chance of probably. I didn't think we had a huge chance of getting folds, but he can't really represent the ace. If he's representing the ace there, he's folding the turn. So his story was a little bit iffy. But he might have actually had a club. He might have had a flush. Alright, just gonna call this one just in position. Mid pair got one heart on the board, but it's too expensive. But we did hit two customers. I'm just gonna let it go. It's too expensive. Okay, we call 100. We've only got a 3. I actually thought 3 was gonna win there for a second. Would have been funny. Let go of them. Jack 9 suited. Let's open up that. We are playing a little bit dangerous now. Okay, raise a bit more. Easy win. There's a steal. The other one just one for the continuation bet. I remember the continuation bet, especially on those dry boards. 5 suited in the big blind. We can play position here. And now because we pre-flop bet at a decent size, even if he's missed, if he misses, he's more than willing to fold. He isn't folding. Probably get a bet into us, no. Ah man, far out. Should have made one more bet. I dropped the gun there. There was a scare card with all the clubs. But it looked like he was calling regardless. So it looked like he was just gonna bet in. He was gonna call everything. It looked like he was calling. You just told by how fast the action was going. So he wasn't gonna fold. Gonna raise this up. Ace-3 offsuit. Nice little steal there. I probably could have actually just checked that flop. Bet one person here. He's got pocket pairs. He's in front and he folds. That'd be good. He's hit the top. No, I hit queens anyway, so no worries. Got position here with 9-8. I think the straight's not good enough here anyway, so I'm gonna fold that one. Against one player, we're gonna make a play here. Nice little steal. I go with that. Boom. Ooh, ace queen offsuit. From under the gun though. He raises. I'm gonna fold this out of position. Let's watch how it plays. Would have easily the best hand there. Yeah, so we would have had the best hand. Probably the best chance there was the 3-bet, 4-bet even. So we got a 4-bet there. But you know what? You don't hit the queen, you're losing more times than not there, so. And you could be losing even if you do hit the queen there. It's aces and kings. So to fold there, it's not really the worst spot. But every now and again, it makes you look silly if you've got the best hand there when you fold. Position here. Alright, I'm gonna see if we can bully him. Yeah. It worked. You gotta remember, there's always gonna be another spot you can play. Best thing about Zoom is you can do the fast folds, get to the better hands quicker. So make sure you can play the hands. Queen offsuit. Okay. Open up the pocket aces. Would like to get raised on. Have quads. Just slow play it. Folds 100. Pocket kings now, let's go. Alright, we're gonna raise. We're out of position here. Probably should go a bit sharper than that even. Especially in the small blind. Alright, get a call. We'll go a bit higher because we're out of position. Pocket queens, pocket jacks, pocket tens, all over pairs are doing this play. It's a shove a bit. Oh, I already had a straight. They flopped a straight. It is what it is. Yeah, I had a feeling I should have probably raised a bit more pre-flop there, just to make that play a little bit more awkward for those type of hands. The likelihood of hitting a straight there is very slim. And he's more likely to have overpairs. So, oh well. Bit annoying. Alright. And offsuit from the big blind. Here we go. It's going to take a while to get to 1,000,000 chips at this rate. Especially if we get bad beat. It wasn't really considered a bad beat. Bit of a luck fest, that one. I'm going to raise. Good time. It's just flat call. Wow, what a board. Just gotta let go of that one. Do I have top pair, top kicker? Out of position. Let's get to 1100. Shoves all in. Let's just call him. Hits the straight. It is what it is. Alright, make sure we chip up again. So getting smashed. No heart. Probably let go of this one. Throw in something for the scare card. Alright, gonna flat call this. Sometimes I do 3-bet with pocket twos just to build the pot up. Would have made it a bit easier to bluff at this board. Still could get a fold here though. Alright, we'll bet one more. Since it's a scary card. Okay, we finally hit it. Let's go a bit more. Hopefully he shoves. Hopefully he shoves. No, he doesn't shove. Maybe I should have half bet there. Probably a little bit too much. Gotta look weak. King 3 suit is gone. Yeah, big blind special. Hasn't been real special in this session so far. So far is the one I'd like to forget about pretty quickly, but it's always good practice. Even the bad sessions are good practice at, practice tilting. Try and remind yourself there is good times around the corner, so don't lose your mind. I know that the cards will go your way eventually. Just gotta be there. They get bankrupt in the meantime of waiting. Quick folds. Pocket fours fold. Yeah, I didn't mean that. That was a good omen to fold that one. Alright, so we do have clubs. A bit for value. I'm not really going to bluff at this one against our other players. We don't want another club to go on the board. We're in trouble. Bad hand, but small pot, so it's good. Alright, pocket twos. Let's go. Got a good feeling about these pocket twos. Got a really good feeling about these pocket twos. I gotta stay strong with the feeling. So be it. He's got clubs, so be it. King Queen he calls. He took a long time to call, not to call that. So he might have had just the top pair hand maybe. Hit the jack, it would be not the greatest. I'm gonna bet this one just for the heart. We're on folds, wow. Wow, okay. Yeah, the king of hearts. So lucky we called, just checked that one. That's the bad hand, small pot scenario. We didn't go for thin value. Okay, we got spades. Go. Get the free card. Hopefully folds. It looks like a call. It looks like we want to call. To disguise it. Okay, now we got some hands. Ace jack, offsuit. Ooh, pocket queens. Folded. Damn it. I guess we're flat calling. People have been quite widely ranged here. I don't have a diamond. Alright, so this guy's probably shoving with. It's hard to know what range he's putting it on, but he's gonna have his beat, and if he doesn't have his beat, he's probably got the equity to make the best hand with straights and flushes there. He could have an overcard. He could have an overpair there, like aces, or he could have like diamonds. He could have straight draws. It was really hard for us to hold up there. Probably would have been best to fold pre-flop. Top pair here. Let's try half bet this one. So there's a nice win there for top pair. Well, was the top pair on the flop. We're gonna open up here. Alright, so we're starting to get a little bit of a few wins happening. So let's get a bit of momentum going. There, a bit of a vacuum. Get these little wins out the way. We can get some big wins. Bets into us, we're probably folding here. Board paired up. Yeah, clubs. Ah, damn it. Top pair, top kicker. Alright, just go. Hopefully he's got Jack King or something like that. Jack King, Jack Queen maybe. He's got a pair of sevens. Okay. Okay, we're back in business. We're still a bit under what we started with, so probably still down about 20. Shoves all in. Yeah, I've got to let that one go. Pocket jacks. Alright, raising there, out of position, so. Alright, we check. Raise. Check raise, and if he's got ace king, so be it. Yes, see, we hold up. Nice little hand there. Whew. Finally the best hand holds up there, but it was against a scary card. It was a scary board though. So, you know, you got to remember every now and again, you win those ones. You remember the ones you lose. It wasn't that long ago we lost that one, but this time we're victorious. Alright, so we're definitely getting a swing our way now. We might try and play a little bit more. Gotta play a little bit more. Alright, gotta let go, Jack 3. Got our hand in the cookie jar there. Alright, just shove. Alright, that was a nice little hand there. So we got out of the way with Jack 3 or Jack 2 suited, which was just a little bit funny. But the other one, we made a play and we got it. Just because we got momentum. When the cards are starting to go your way, you got to play them. If you're in the hand, you're not going to win, so easy fold there. Should be an easy steal. Get one fold, usually the other one follows. Slow learner. Okay, so you must have king or a 6 maybe. Look at 7s, very stubborn. Very stubborn there. We're betting this all the time, even without the 10. This is how we get really hard to play against. So we're back to where we started now. So whatever we make from here, we should be in the profit. So we're going to go a little bit higher this time. Going to go 900 out of position. Got diamonds here. An ace could be a straight here. Hearts will come out. Calling. So we got a bluff there. So that was nice. They're a bit bigger, it gets a little bit harder to call. Sometimes a lot of people will play that hand the way they did, and they'll have a king. And that's how they get value from kings, queens, and stuff like that. Hopefully folds. Really trying to accumulate these little wins here. Very nice. So we really are winning at the moment. Just the last 10 minutes really hitting things our way. Exactly where you want to be. Pocket 8s, pocket 10s, let's go. Let's get it smashing. Alright, I'm going to raise quite big. Make people charge these people to play in our hand. Pocket eights, it's not really a great hand to bluff that. We've got clubs, we can continue to bet this big. We did pre-raise. Let go of the eights. Club will win the hand. Missed though, that's fine. Only a small pot though. A lot of folds would have happened in that hand. This is one of the moments where I was saying in the other session was once you have a bad session, you have, especially in my games, I typically start to get back into where I was, and then sometimes it's a good spot just to let go of the session, not to get too greedy, because things might go pear shape again. We'll see just for a little bit. Holding up play. I got pocket nines here. Would have the best hand here, but I don't think so. Yeah, pocket twos, wow. Bet the flop we might have won. Pocket nines gonna hold up? Yes, they're gonna hold up. And let's see you play pocket nines. Okay, against the cutoff we bet. Be quite good against his range. Usually they have a lot of range. Alright, we're just gonna use steal. Ace king offsuit on the button. Love it. Bet a bit more since people are calling a lot more these days. Or just. It's a dead board. A lot of folds going on. Oh, we're just gonna call, check behind, I think. Alright, I think we're bluffing at this one. Diamonds are on the board. Just use position. I don't think we had the best hand there. All players will call in that spot. You've seen it where they had pocket pairs and they'll actually call it. Alright, ace queen offsuit. A lot of callers. Probably getting out of the way now. Even if we hit an ace or a queen, could have reverse odds here. Here's a straight on the board. Yeah, we're just folding this one. Calling a decent amount to chop is not really great. What you're doing is, you know, you're just paying. What do you call it? What do they call it? The part that goes to the house. Bit of a brain fart. The rake. You're getting charged the rake. Making the house rich. Okay, the casinos, your sites. Alright, hopefully win both these hands. Just I'd like a 2 here actually coming on the turn. We'll go for one more and then we'll let go. We've got a bad kicker here for the queen. And usually they wait that long to make it look like they're deciding what they want to do. But they know exactly what they're doing. Ace could be good. Yeah, get a better ace. I'm gonna sit at next blind, so I'm gonna call this session. Just go for the fact that, you know, the session was bad to begin with. We got our money back, so we're at risk of, if we lose now, we're not coming back from it. So we'll go for this. Hopefully it's an easy win at the end. Two pair hand, there is hearts on the board. Just gonna go one more. Thin value actually. Hopefully he doesn't shove. So it's a nice little win towards the end. Queen 2, let go. Actually, I'm just gonna sit this one out. This is the last one. Anyway, thanks guys. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe. It was definitely a tough session, especially with some bad beats. We did some bad plays too, I'm not gonna lie. But we ended up getting back some. And then we got some momentum, which was great. But at the end of the day, we're still around the same as what we were when we started with. So that's fine. We'll go in tomorrow full swing and hopefully. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Alright, bye for now guys.